Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you are sleeping. It's a fact that changing your whole life isn't as easy as it seems. But most participants in TLC's My 600 Pound Life always come with a hope to create a change by just seeking help from Dr. No to be approved for a simple fix by a bariatric surgeon. But in today's video, you as a viewer will see some patients of Dr. No who passed away. Henry Foots. Henry Foots is the second patient who appeared in the show. He is the one whose life literally inspired many people who watched his episode. Therefore, after his episode, because of his mild behavior and determination, he became the show's first fan favorite. When Dr. No met with him for the first time, he weighed 750 pounds. Yeah, that's too much. But do you know what made Henry everyone's favorite? Well, you will be amazed to know that it was his hopes and intent to lose weight for the sake of his health, and he wanted to attend his upcoming high school reunion as well. But Dr. No helped him by approving him for gastric bypass surgery, and when he underwent it, he managed to lose up to 275 pounds, half of his body's weight. Did you know? There's a twist. During his skin surgery procedure, Henry died on the operating table, but he suddenly came back to life. Yes, you heard it right. He even shared about that incident while speaking to the cameras. He said that he saw a white light, or that it was just like having an out-of-body experience. That was there to take me to heaven, but I wasn't ready as there's so much on earth I've not done yet. That was Henry's words. But unfortunately, after 18 months of his surgery, he said goodbye to the world. But the official cause of death was never revealed to the public. But all his struggles and determination of losing weight to live a healthy life and his whole journey on the show is certainly among the most inspiring and astonishing ones. Sean Milliken. Sean Milliken was 26 years old when he appeared in season 4 back in 2016. His weight was 900 pounds and had a massive growth protruding from his side. That part of his skin was so stretched that it started tearing apart. Since his childhood, Sean had been struggling with his weight as he had a very toxic and rough relationship with his father, who used to corner him by shouting right at his face and by intimidating him, and his parents' divorce made the situation quite worse. So, he started binge eating junk food to cope with all of that. Not just that, he suffered a debilitating leg injury during his senior year of high school. Because of that incident, he started weighing too much, and due to his immobility, bedridden frame of body, and being overweight, he started relying on his mother. Under Dr. No's supervision, Milliken managed to lose over 400 pounds. But in 2017, his mother died, and after losing his mother, Henry didn't lose hope and kept going on the path to live a happier, healthier life. Despite all his struggles and determination, unfortunately, Milliken started having breathing problems due to an infection and got hospitalized after that. Even though the medical team managed to resuscitate him, his heart stopped working, and after a short passage of time, he left the world to be with his mother at the age of 29. James King. In Dr. No history, the most challenging contestant was James King, as he had never encountered such a complicated patient on My 600 Pound Life from season 5. His situation was quite out of hand, and his enablement and denial is one of the most infamous on the show. James King, weighing 791 pounds, was the heaviest, unlike the other members who appeared at the program. Despite the fact that the King's family had made some huge sacrifices for him, he continued to gain weight just after meeting Dr. No. Do you know what kind of sacrifices his family made for him? His daughter left school just to take care of him, and his father paid all the expenses of refinancing his home so he could go to Houston to start his weight loss program. But because of James' inability to lose weight, Dr. No got upset with him. Therefore, he sent James home with his daughter, Bailey, and his girlfriend, Lisa, without giving him the treatment. This unexpected step of Dr. No came as a mild surprise to most of the viewers, as he was the first patient who got refused by the bariatric surgery on the show. Well, do you know what was the worst part? He was continually enabled by his girlfriend as she couldn't stop bringing him fast food. So, when Dr. No found out that James' girlfriend brought food to him in the hospital, he called Adult Protective Services on her for such an unethical behavior. James was in the ICU for some health issues which included cirrhosis, sepsis, and kidney failure in December 2017. Well, according to a source which exclusively revealed to The Sun that James went into septic shock. It is actually a widespread infection that is so fatal as it could lead to organ failure. Unfortunately, he died of kidney failure, the insider shared. Now he is no longer in pain. He weighed about 500 pounds when he passed away. He would have been proud of himself. Kelly Mason. Kelly Mason's episode is considered as one of the most heartbreaking and sad patients episodes that has ever had to feature on My 600-Pound Life. Actually, from the very beginning, her story started on the show was totally tragic, and sadly her episode ended with her untimely passing. Weighing at 724 pounds, she appeared on the My 600-Pound Life quite exhausted with the way her life was going at that time. But she managed to shed 220 pounds after undergoing gastric bypass surgery, all because of her motivation, hard work, and Dr. No's assistance. Well, after her surgery, she lost around 324 pounds after so many struggles and still remained committed to her goals to live a healthier life. She was so happy with her progress as she started joking around with Dr. No, having fun just after she started seeing positive results and started seeing hopes. Not just that, she started feeling like she was in a new world after witnessing a dramatic transformation in herself. Not only this, though she had plans to complete her degree by attending her summer classes, but despite all her struggles in her journey of recovering from her obesity problem due to a heart attack, Kelly passed away in her sleep just after filming her episode, and just one day away from her 42nd birthday. James L.B. Bonner. James L.B. Bonner appeared in the 6th season of My 600-Pound Life when he became a fan favorite of the viewers. Back in 2013, he lost his leg after a tragic ATV car crash, and to deal with such a traumatic condition of him, he started gaining excessive weight to cope with the loss, while struggling with food and alcohol addiction. So, at last, he decided to seek help from Dr. No when his weight topped the scales up to 650 pounds. By the way, his weight loss journey was a successful one because eventually he managed to lose 400 pounds by sticking to his diet and exercise plans, and all because of his commitment. At first, it seemed like James got his life on the right track. Even according to Starcasm, he had become a social media star as more than 8,000 people started following him on Facebook. He was doing a brilliant job by losing so much of his weight that My 600-Pound Life show started putting his photos and video on television, which might have spoiled his follow-up episode. But unfortunately, some scars of morbid obesity do not only stay on the outside, some start triggering you in your head. A report came by People magazine that a sadly tragic event happened in the summer of 2018. L.B. Bonner died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound in his head at the age of 30 years old. But his aim behind ending his life is not known to the public, though his family came forward to share some of his struggles before his death. Robert Bushnell. Weighing 842 pounds, 41-year-old Robert Bushnell and his fiancée Catherine moved to Houston, Texas to be easily monitored under Dr. No. Well, in his initial month of his weight loss journey, he managed to lose 124 pounds alone. Then he was sent to rehab where he dropped down to 547 pounds and started walking, even though he had gotten one of the lymphedema masses removed from his right side. But unfortunately, despite all those positive signs, he got addicted to painkillers because he became depressed, God knows for what reasons. Dr. No struggled to take him off his painkillers, but he started claiming that he couldn't move now as he feels so much pain. To get his pain medication or painkillers, he tore his stitches. Then Dr. No suggested that he should go back to rehab. After moving to rehab, he refused to walk or even move, and after some time, ended up dying because of a tragic heart attack. Gina Marie Krasley. Weighing 600 pounds, 28-year-old Gina Krasley appeared on the show while being bound to a chair and just eating or sleeping all day. Her mother and wife Beth got frustrated to take care of Gina. Even her wife expressed that Gina is unable to get intimate with her, and that disappoints her. When Gina decided to seek help from Dr. No, she wasn't approved for gastric bypass surgery, as she kept finding lame excuses for not following the strict diet instructions, and even she claimed that the trip to Houston from New Jersey was quite stressful. Despite all her and Beth's struggles, everything turned out to be very disappointing. She gained 8 pounds, except losing 50 pounds in 2 months when she came back to Dr. No. After that, she got a last chance and stir warnings from Dr. No, but nothing worked in her case. At last, she dropped down up to 556 pounds by the end of the show. But according to the sources, an Ocean County resident, Gina Krasley has died at the age of 30. By the way, her cause of death was not announced, and she died at home surrounded by her family on August 1st. Thanks for watching this video.